In 2000, the newly crowned world champions Australia travelled to Wellington's new Westpac Stadium for the first time, still smarting from going down to Jonah Lomu's last gasp try in Sydney 3 weeks earlier. That defeat meant that to retain the Bledisloe Cup as well as maintain any hope of a first Tri-Nations title, the Wallabies would have to win here. New Zealand were now coached by Wayne Smith, and he gave the captaincy to his former skipper at Canterbury, Todd Blackadder, who'd replaced the retired Robin Brooke. The Wallaby team included 10 World Cup winners from the previous November, but in the centres was Sterling Mortlock, who had already contributed 41 points to this campaign.
First international match at the new stadium in Wellington is underway, and Andrew Mertens gets an early touch for Eremia. The strong take-it-up man, and immediately the Wallabies dive over the top. Marshall to go quickly. Case Muse. Marshall hands it off. Mertens saw the gap. Dragged down by David Giffen in number 4. All Blacks keeping it in hand. Blackadder feeds it to Marshall, taking on the Australian defence early in the match as they did in Sydney. They've reached the 10-metre line, heaved out by Lomu. Mertens puts his boot to it. Latham's got a lot of ground to make. Umaga closing the angle right down. Mertens again, wide to Randall. Solid defence by the Wallabies, and it's a post tackle quickly in, so the first stoppage comes with a scrum and a minute for the first sequence of play.
Well, it's been an emphatic start by New Zealand, confident also, very, very comfortable with the ball in hand, setting up the ruck, controlling possession. Clever kick from Mertens, and well answered, of course, by Latham.
Straight one-on-one as Umaga goes past Roth, picked up though by the loose forward defence. Mertens working wide for Alatini. Larkham has to make the tackle in midfield. The All Blacks have had all the ball so far. Marshall probing in close, and here is the first turnover as it's knocked forwards, and it'll be Wallabies ball right on halfway.
So this will be interesting to see what the Australians do from the first scrum. Will they work the short side? Interesting, isn't it? Equal weight per pack. The loose forwards are identical at 110 kgs apiece.
Gregan for Larkham. Herbert, clean break, feeds it up, and Mortlock is chased by Umaga. He'll make it though. Daniel Herbert opened them up wide. Sterling Mortlock scores.
What a blistering and acceptable try by Australia. Fantastic to make the break so early. So early. This will be a great view, Glad.
Yes, it's the inside defence of the All Blacks was found wanting again. Mertens drifted wide, but Kronfeld and Marshall need to get across a little bit quicker.
Michael Foley. David Giffen easily. Foley takes the return ball. Gregan across now to Jason Little. Playing in his last test match today against the All Blacks. Larkham feeds it up to Latham. Room for Mortlock. Might have been hit late. Let's wait and see. It's still live. Now if this bounces back, Latham, oh dear.
Well, he's always been an expressive player, Latham. The dive was in vain for sure.
Giffen again. Gregan for Mortlock. The try scorer so far in the game. Taken in by David Wilson. Jim Williams, who was such a dominant figure in the Sydney Test. Slinging it wide again, the danger man Herbert, easily past Hoft. Here's Mortlock again. And Marshall manages to get in the road this time.
Well, it's intensity plus, isn't it? Australia seeming to find a man in space with relative ease. Such a confident, clever side. And that's more like well tackled, I thought, by Cullen here.
Must come down first.
And of course the support was equalled by the New Zealanders. John Eales, what a wonderful lock forward and winner of possession he's been for Australia.
Williams is the target. Kefu, number 19, driving off him. 6 or 7 metres short as Gregan feeds it off. Breaks down this time, and Maxwell has regained possession. All Blacks had an overlap, but Mertens opted to kick. And skillful play by Latham. If he can keep this in, oh dear, now the call.
So to be back to the scrum, perhaps.
Option.
Kicking the ball dead, of course, from field of play.
Option. Option. Scrum or scrum.
Very interesting first 14 minutes. The All Blacks have had a lot of ball,
Leave it not.
but very little of it inside the Australian 22.
It's okay.
Marshall, now the kick does come from Mertens. Didn't strike it that well. It'll sit up eventually for Joe Roff. Met head on by Umaga. And big, powerful defence.
Well, that's exactly what New Zealand wanted. Mertens not trying to kick it into touch, trying to keep it in play with the ability to either set up a ruck in this position here, drive the man into touch perhaps, which is what happened. And now New Zealand throw. A chance to relieve perhaps from inside their territory.
Ball must come in, all right? Leave him, 2. Leave him.
Lineouts were a problem in Sydney for the All Blacks, and another one snaffled by the Wallabies in the form of John Eales. Here's Herbert, oh, smashing straight into Mertens, who goes reeling back.
Get on!
5 out from the 22, right in centre field for Gregan. Larkham on for Jason Little. Eales is right there with him. Now it's Larkham again. Kefu. Trib off into Latham, who's up in the line. They keep it going. Larkham. Joe Roff for the corner. They've got another one. The wingers have got them both.
And here it is again. It's Larkham goes in, and it was Roff who changed the angle, beat the tackle.
John Eales, it all started when he stole the New Zealand line-out.
It's there for the All Blacks. It's been knocked on by the Wallabies. So now they have some sort of field position. The All Blacks tipped on for Lomu. Therefore the captain, Todd Blackadder, just said it again. Mertens for Alatini. Umaga! 22-metre line with some forward momentum now, the All Blacks. Looking blindside with Alatini. Lomu again.
15 metres out.
Best chance the All Blacks have had so far. Umaga goes again. Referee playing an advantage. Mertens for Cribb. The kick for Cullen. Brilliant.
Well, the crowd say it all. There's so much noise here. I can't hear my own voice. Well, that is music to my ears to see our number 8 with those sort of skills, Ron Cribb. Well, Tana Umaga making the initial break. He's a handful. This man couldn't get the pass away, but they retained possession well. A great sequence of play. Here's the last little department. Have a look at Cribb. Towed it through, end on end. You beauty. And Christian Cullen, he just keeps on dotting them down.
Anton Oliver finds Tane Randall.
Beautiful ball to the back of the line out, giving some space.
Here they are, some intricate moves. Aaron Alista Umaga.
Oh, classic.
That equals the record. That's absolutely brilliant again.
Well, set the world alight, why don't you? They're certainly doing that. at the Westpac Trust Stadium here in Wellington. Who would have believed we could have had a game to rival Homebush, and we certainly have. We've seen some glorious tries to date in this game. Well, here it is here. What a work, what a move. So many different directions and angles, and Umaga, of course, for the flat-footed opponent to beat. Through the last man, absolutely beautiful, and through to Christian Cullen.
Going short for Oliver to bring it out.
Free kick, not in 5. Didn't go 5. In your own time.
Quickly taken by Jeremy Paul. He's got a good turn of pace. Chased down by Blackadder, but he beats him. Umaga, that was a run of 30 metres by Jeremy Paul. So Gregan frees it up for Larkham. Straight across to Jason Little.
Such a crucial stage in this game. The next team that scores takes an advantage.
Here is Jeremy Paul again. John Eales on the end of the pass. Now Gregan to Larkham. Not such a flash pass, but David Wilson has it on the 22. David Giffen sets it once more. All Blacks, their turn to defend. Nudge through. Latham coming quickly. Larkham short. Alatini wasn't able to control it, so Sterling Mortlock has it for Todai Kefu. Wallabies hitting back almost immediately with Eels into the gap. They're only 15 metres out here. It bounces for Gregan. Little. Kefu once more. Gregan playing advantage. All Blacks offside. Mark Connors. Now George Gregan. The advantage still applies. And he'll go back. And this is a penalty right in front. So Sterling Mortlock.
Yes.
Wayne Smith, he's come all the way down. 1 minute to go.
Don't have a heart attack, Wayne.
What a moment this is. Big throw for Mark Hammett. Oh, they've turned it. Wallabies have it through Mark Connors. So here's a chance. It's their last one. Larkham. And he puts it out. Jonathan Kaplan has a look at the watch. Still time remaining.
You've got to laugh. Even Jonathan Kaplan has a smile on his face. Everybody screaming with a full-time whistle except the referee, and he is the sole judge of time.
The biggest line-out throw of the series. Josh Kronfeld's on his feet. He's on the sideline.
Just make sure the ball goes in, okay? Ball in first.
The heat is on.
They go short.
Australia.
Again, it's with the Wallabies. Herbert. Got to be careful here about the penalty. Jim Williams takes it in. Now, Joe Roth tries to go past Cullen. Oh, there's the penalty. There's the penalty.
Yes.
I think he was relieved to say that, John Eales will have a shot, thank you. Well, that was interesting because the ball was actually slipped forward by the Australian player. It looked like it was going to be a turnover. And I just wonder what the referee's decision was on the penalty. However, it's history now.
How about this for stepping up to the mark? John Eales is going to take the kick himself.
Well, he has to because Sterling Mortlock's off the field, and I guess he's the only other goal kicker, recognised goal kicker. Joe Roth, perhaps, on occasions. Well, here it is. The last two lineouts for New Zealand throws were won by Australia.
This kick will decide the fate of the Bledisloe Cup. What a player, John Eales. His kick has retained the Bledisloe Cup.
Look at the excitement. Well, they're a great team, and it's been a great victory.
Gentlemen, here is the presentation of the Bledisloe Cup for the year 2000. The man holding the lift aloft is John Eales.